Hey guys, this is John 911 Turbo here with you with another video. I'm going to discuss this quarterback briefly. Number 9, Tony Romo. Now, I'm going to just say this once, I'm not saying it again. And these are my reasonings. All based on statistics, all based on eye test, what I've seen for 10 years, what I've witnessed for 10 years. I'm the biggest Tony Romo fan. I've seen Tony Romo play for 10 years. I've seen this man play, and I know what potential he has. Okay, so I'm telling you right now that if Romo has never gotten hurt, if he was durable, if he had Eli Manning durability, I'm telling you right now, Tony Romo would be a Super Bowl champion. If not that, close to it. And if not that, he would break a lot of more records. Here's the reason why. People say Romo's not clutch. People say Romo is a choke artist. People say that he's not good in the clutch. People say that he is a choke artist. He's not great. He can't win a Super Bowl. Blah, blah, blah. A person who watches football, the players who watch football, have respect for Tony Romo. They know he can play. And great corners have even said Romo can play. Romo's a baller. I have people want to sit here and say Romo's not a Super Bowl champion, doesn't have the it factor. Okay. I'm going to read you off some certain stats, okay? In the seasons that Romo played 10 plus games, and people don't understand this, Romo is very injury prone. That's why I said if he stayed healthy, he would do so much better. But this is when he's healthy. In 8 years of full 10 games or more, he's given you 231 touchdowns, 103 interceptions, with a passer rating of 98.05. And you can't sit here and say, oh, well, he's missed so many games. These are seasons in which he played 10 games or more. So, I don't want to hear that. Romo, again, 231 touchdowns, 103 interceptions, with a 98.5 passer rating. And also people seem to forget this. Romo never had the greatest teams. And he still managed for his record to be 78-49. That's an excellent record. Romo broke all the Cowboys' records. He broke all their records. Missing close to 50 games in his career. He missed almost 50 games in his career, and he still broke those records. You can sit here and say it wasn't a passing league. I don't want to hear that. He still broke all the records missing that many games. Imagine if Romo was durable. How many more games he would win? How many more playoff opportunities he would have? People say Romo's not clutch. Fourth quarter passer rating. One of the highest in NFL history. Over 100 passer rating in the fourth quarter. Not clutch though, right? Do your stuff. Do your research. Understand football. Eye test. I've seen him for 10 years. I should know this. In the playoffs, Tony Romo. People say he's not good in the playoffs. Well, let's look at the stats again. What did the numbers say? And what did the eye test say? Well, he has 8 touchdowns in the postseason. He only has 2 interceptions in the postseason. And he has a passer rating of 93.0 in the postseason in the 6 games he's played. That's not a lot of games. So you can sit here and make that argument. He didn't play a lot of games. So what, man? The numbers are still there. He still performed at a great level. Is it all his fault? No. But people want to put the blame there. People want to always blame him for everything. You know why? He plays for the Dallas Cowboys. Romo is clutch. He's not garbage. He's clutch. People don't understand that. Romo is intelligent. How do you expect a quarterback like that? Now he's an analyzer. How is this quarterback understanding and knowing all these schemes? How does he understand all these things? How does he predict plays like that? How does he know? Because he's a smart quarterback and has a high football IQ. But the thing is, he didn't have a chance to get to the Super Bowl because his body gave out on him. And Jerry Jones waited 10 good years to finally give him an offensive line. Again, NFL winning Super Bowls and playoff games, it's all about team. It's team at that point. It's team at that point. The greatest teams win. I want you to sit here and tell me a quarterback that has won a Super Bowl with a mediocre trash okay defense. And if there is quarterbacks who won like that, they're very few. Very few quarterbacks have won like that. A lot of the quarterbacks we're talking about today who won Super Bowls early in their career, Big Ben had a good defense. Drew Brees, when he won his, had a good defense. They had a great record. Tom Brady, when he won his Super Bowls, had an outstanding defense who held the other team under 30 points. What's the issue? Has Romo ever gotten that in those late games? When Romo had a team in 2014, when he finally had a team, was it Romo's fault that DeMarco Murray fumbled the football? Was it Romo's fault that he allowed Aaron Rodgers to come back 2 scores, convert on a 3rd and 15, and for a touchdown to a rookie? Is that Romo's fault? Why can't Romo just get bailed out? Why can't Romo get the defense that Peyton Manning had in 2015 when Peyton Manning got carried to win Super Bowl 50? Why couldn't Romo have that defense? Romo has the talent. He's always had the talent. I've seen him play for 10 years. He has the talent to win championships. But people, again, want to sit here and say he's a choke artist, and he's not. Tony Romo is a savage and borderline elite. You can sit here and argue. You can sit here and say he's not. His overall QB pass rating is 97.1. He's an excellent quarterback. He's 78 and 49. What's the issue? He has 2 playoff wins. That's great. You know, that may not be great in your eyes, but that's pretty good for a quarterback who's been carrying their team for 10 years, who hasn't had. And another point, one of my last points I want to make. In 2013, the Dallas Cowboys were ranked 32nd in defense, 32nd ranked. And Tony Romo, I remember a game in which Tony Romo threw 5 TDs, 506 yards. And he made one mistake in which he tripped over the lineman's foot and made a terrible throw based on his motion and his footwork and his mechanics. But people want to sit here, he threw it out of a bad decision. It probably was a bad decision. But still, Tony Romo did all that for his team. But it's so funny how Tony Romo gets all the blame. You hear everybody blaming Tony Romo for that game. But the man gave you 506 yards and 5 TDs. While the defense is giving up 51 points and no one's talking about the defense. The defense can give up 51 points in a game. But Romo has to make up for that, going head-to-head with Peyton Manning. So these are the things that gets me upset. Tony Romo, okay, he has thrown terrible interceptions at the wrong times. I understand that. He needed to improve in that. He had to stop throwing interceptions at the wrong time. But you can't sit here and tell me that eventually, if he stayed healthy all those years, you can't tell me he wouldn't have won a Super Bowl. Because any idiot who watches football could see his talent and could see this guy would eventually figure it out and win a Super Bowl if he stayed healthy. The guy missed over 50 games. Close to 50 games. He missed over 40 games in his career. Over 40 games. He missed 42 games in his career. His entire career, he's missed 42 games. If he played those 42 games, you're going to sit here and tell me that he wouldn't have made it to the playoffs at least 2 or 3 more times? With the teams he was going to have and the record he had? He would have had more playoff opportunities. It's only logical. It's only logical. He would have had more playoff opportunities. But people want to sit here and criticize him. Tony Romo is excellent. Postseason, I gave you the numbers. Regular season, in the 8 years he was healthy with playing 10 games or over, I gave you the numbers. He was, first year, 19 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Second year, 36 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. Third year, 26 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. 26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Then he had 31 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. 31 touchdowns, 10 interceptions another year. 34 touchdowns, 9 interceptions another year. All his passer ratings were above 90 in these years. Above 90. And these are years that he played over 10 to 15 games. So you can't sit here and say, oh, he missed he missed a lot of games, so it's affecting. No. These are full seasons he's played. He may miss the game here or there, but these are full games he's playing. And honestly, if he played that one more game, it probably wouldn't